Janelle King. Janelle, great to have you on the program as always. A new Fox News poll, not a good sign for Republicans. Shows most Americans still give the economy poor marks. In June last month, just 26% rated the economy as excellent or good. 73% said it was only fair or poor. And in July this month, those numbers only getting worse. 24% saying the economy was excellent or good. 76% rating it only fair or poor. As you well know, negativity in the economy is a bad sign for the party in power, especially during a midterms. Can Republicans flip this script, or is it too late?
Well, that's a great question. And I had a few friends that were in the audience yesterday, and they said that the excitement was certainly in the room, and they were enthusiastic about the president's speech. I will say, as I listened to it, the thing that stood out to me the most is that we do have a situation here in America where you have individuals that want this microwave economy. They want them to turn off the spigot, and all of a sudden we just see growth in the economy based on what? What we believe as Republicans is in sustainability. And I think that's where the challenge is coming in. When you listen to the Trump accounts, I have a 4-month-old grandbaby. So when I think about this account and I think about what will happen because she has responsible parents, this would be a long-term win. The tax relief when it comes to overtime, when it comes to tips, these are all things that are going to show up in the long run. I think that when it comes to the Republican Party, we have to do a better job of explaining how these long-term wins ultimately can affect you today, because there are people that are feeling the heat today. And unfortunately, that's how they go to the polls.
I want to follow up on how you have a grandbaby when you look like you're in your 30s, but that's not the point of this segment. Let's get back to the point of the segment. A new Fox News poll shows Democrat Jon Ossoff dominating Republican Mike Collins in Georgia. Look at this. Ossoff at 56%, Collins at 43%. Janelle, I mean, you're our voice on the ground there in Georgia. How the heck can the margin be that high in favor of the Democrat when you have a Republican governor and most members of the House in Georgia are Republican? That's wild.
Yeah, what I think is happening is that we do have a lot of voters that I believe are a little emotional, voters that care about how does this person make you feel. And the fact of the matter is Mike Collins is not someone that's going to rub you on your back or encourage you in the most soft way. He is a real masculine man, and he is a hard guy who goes in and he gets the job done. When you think about the fact that he was able to get bills passed in his freshman year, that's virtually unheard of. And so I like to say that people have to look at what this person is doing rather than how they make you feel, which is where Jon Ossoff comes in as someone who says all the right things but does all the wrong things.
And that seems to be, though, how candidates are winning. It's not necessarily what they can do. It's more about what they can say, and that's not great for our country. Neither is this. The far left of the Democrat Party looking to expand its political footprint. Organizers now setting their sights on the Midwest. Let's just scroll through these. You got the big Senate primary in Michigan, Abdul El-Sayed facing Haley Stevens. We're all watching that one. A new Fox News power ranking lists Michigan's open Senate seat as leaning Democrat, meaning whoever wins that could win ultimately the seat. That means you could have a Democrat/DSA senator out of Michigan. And then you have Michigan Congressman Sri Thanadar facing a primary challenge from DSA-backed Donovan McKinney. And let's not forget about Wisconsin. DSA-backed Francesca Hahn gaining momentum in the primary for governor. The establishment candidates there in Wisconsin for governor, they can't get their act together. It is an absolute disaster. Hahn has a real chance there. So my question to you, I get why socialism might be popular in a deep blue place like New York. But the Midwest, does that surprise you, Janelle?
You know what? It does to a certain degree, because I thought that those in the areas had more of a foundation. However, when I look at where the economy is and I look at the fact that people do want relief and they want it right now, I can see why this is happening. We have a lot of young people who are not old enough to see the full circle of their own actions. They see this as something that's going to benefit them in the long run. They see this as an opportunity to help all these people. But the fact of the matter is our government was not set up to be a charitable foundation. That's what our churches are for. Our government is in place so that it can make sure that barriers are out of the way so that you can obtain your own success. But if you have people who think that the government is responsible for your success in life, this is what you're going to get. So what I think is that as a Republicans, this kind of goes back to my original statement, we have to figure out ways in which we can communicate our message to those who are looking for immediate returns on their government's response.
And right there is the wisdom of a grandma, albeit a very, very young-looking grandma, like I said earlier. Janelle King, thanks for your time and your insight. Thanks for playing along. Appreciate it.